brain damaged after suffering serious injuries. Jason Fisher is none the wiser as to whether he fell, was hit by a car or was attacked, although the 45-year-old thinks the latter is most likely. He was found outside the Tigers Lair pub in Hull, East Yorkshire, on January 22, 2016. Ever since he has been attempting to piece together exactly what happened. Now he has spoken to Hull Live in his search for clues. It happened around the time of my birthday. I had not been out on a heavy night, but I simply don't remember anything around that time, he said. In fact, from Christmas up until waking up in hospital is a total blank. Apparently, I was found outside the Tigers Lair. I'm not sure if any CCTV from the time would shed any light on what happened. I might have had a couple of drinks, but I don't think I would have been on a big night out. I was on my own at the time, so family and friends cannot help. I have no idea whether I was assaulted, fell, was hit by a car, or had some kind of aneurysm. My dad thinks the trauma was too great for a fall, and it does appear I was attacked. Having made a significant recovery, Mr. Fisher now feels it is time to try and find out what happened. It is not fair on my girlfriend as I just keep asking what happened, he said. It is tormenting me now, and I need to try and figure it out. People keep asking me about it, and I just have to tell them I have no idea. I lost my phone, or it was stolen, so I cannot look at texts or phone calls from that time to help me. Mr. Fisher says he knows the lapse in time will make finding answers difficult, but he remains hopeful. He said, I understand it is a very strange situation, and it may seem odd to be asking questions more than 2 years after it happened, but I have spent time trying to get better, and when I try to put what happened aside, I can't. I am pleading for anyone who knows anything to come forward. I know it was a long time ago, but I am desperate for answers. I just want to know what happened so I can get closure and move forward with my life. Read more top stories from mirror.co.uk. Mr. Fisher has worked hard to recover from the devastating brain injury, for which he spent 2 months in a coma for, but it is a constant battle. He said, I was in hospital in an induced coma for 2 months, and the first thing I remember was being transferred from Hull Royal Infirmary to Castle Hill's brain injury unit. I then concentrated on learning to walk and talk again, and managed to do so in a fairly short space of time. I had a blood clot on the side of my brain, and I had lengthy surgery. My right side is not right, and it is like I have had a stroke. I have friends from my time in the brain injury unit who are now confined to a wheelchair, so in some ways I feel lucky. But despite making huge progress, he still suffers badly from memory loss and poor motor skills. My short-term memory is completely shot, he said. I can remember things from 20-30 years ago like it was yesterday, but I cannot remember what I wanted when I get to the fridge. I cannot carry a cup of tea because I shake so much. It seems I will probably need to go into supported housing. My balance and coordination is difficult, and I sound like I am drunk when I speak. Mr. Fisher still hopes he can return to his former life in time, but the key to helping him move forward is the answers to his questions. I was really into mountain biking before. I loved it, he said. But I have tried it and I can't really ride in anything other than a straight line. I was a mechanic for rally driving before fixing clutches and gearboxes. I may have to go back to college and start from the bottom, but I would love to start doing that again. I really just want to get back into work.